Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the future of late night talk radio, or podcast, or
It's a live talk show.
Of late night talk.
And this is it. This is the first one we're going to incorporate a video.
We did it, folks.
A video element. So, welcome to the show.
Welcome.
Hopefully, we managed to do audio and video at the same time correctly. This is we'll go ahead and we'll call this a premium or a test episode. Also,
this is episode 10.
This is test episode 10, and yeah. So we're gonna go right into it because the emphasis is gonna be on speed this time.
We're going fast as hell.
We got to go fast because, you know...
We're on methamphetamines
we're wasting people. Time is money.
Yes.
This place costs $32,000 a month.
Really?
Yes.
You didn't tell me that.
Anytime, you know, none of that. We got to cut this out. So let's go.
Fine.
Welcome to the show, folks. It's August 1st, 2016. What is it?
2022.
2022.
Yes.
And the monologue and top of the show are now combined. They're one thing because we don't have time for both, and I don't really think about it, but they're kind of the same.
Fine.
It's the same thing. So
we have a celebrity guest today, so
don't say that. They'll find out.
Okay. All right.
It's going to be an assumption that there's going to be a guest no matter what.
Well, I take it back. We don't.
Think about it. It takes 5 seconds to say there's going to be a guest.
Yes.
And what do you? Of course, there's going to be a guest. It's a fucking talk show.
Yeah, sure.
So we're wasting everybody's time.
Now you're wasting time.
Only to make a point.
Okay.
I'm not going to make the point again.
Okay.
It's not going to be the next episode, and I'm not going to say, hey, make sure you don't say the thing about...
All right, copy Delta.
Okay.
Yes.
You got it.
Go for Adam.
Go for Adam. Adam, go.
Ladies and gentlemen...
Also, to the camera, we got...
Oh, yeah.
Make sure... Stand up.
But I have to read from...
Hold the laptop.
Oh, my God. Okay.
Because imagine... And then you're going to have to memorize this.
Well,
so
we're going to have a teleprompter. Okay.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, the date, Monday, August 1st. And this is the news. President Joseph Robinette Biden has tested positive for COVID again, in line with the president's habit of repeating himself. His doctor is referring to it as a rebound case, but many are wondering if perhaps the virus has just picked up Joe's stutter. Hey folks, I tested positive. I'll get a Biden impression by the time the real show starts. This guy makes Porky the Pig look like a elocution tutor. Isn't that right, folks? The president's positive test follows a 5-day course of Paxlovid, which is the same drug Dr. Anthony Fauci received a month ago before he experienced a rebound case. These two are so synced up, it makes you wonder if they're having their periods at the same time. Speaking of menstrual cycles, it seems...
Speaking of menstrual cycles.
That's what I said.
I thought you said speaking menstrual cycles. Sorry, go ahead.
Speaking of.
This is
I said
honest,
speaking of.
This is a million times better than usual.
What do you mean?
You're doing a great job.
Okay, okay, fine. But the compliment makes me feel like I'm not actually. Okay, whatever.
Getting better. It's progress.
Thank you. Well, they're seeing me grow, and that's why they're invested
That's what people want. They want a narrative. Exactly,
okay.
Growth. So we're doing. We're
And speaking of menstrual cycles, it seems like lifetime bitch Nancy Pelosi has decided to drag out her dried out prosciutto pussy all over China's backyard. This isn't very center-left, though.
Huh?
This isn't very, center-left, though. It's kind of more Tucker, a little bit.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I thought we were going, mainstream left.
I know a guy at Tucker's show, and he sent all this over.
Okay. Sorry, folks, you know where our hearts are. Just,
I've been paying a guy at Tucker $25 for their stuff before they get it.
Which guy?
This guy, Tom.
Is he good?
Tom Kressmuller.
Oh, Harvard guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Back to the monologue.
Top of the top. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Well, this isn't language I would choose.
All right, so
But I'm gonna do Tom's copy. Okay. The 89-year-old dumb cunt has planned a diplomatic mission to Taiwan, and China has made it clear. Sorry, the screensaver went on. And China has made it clear that any such visit will be met with hostility. Most grandmas had to spend the last couple of years dying quietly in nursing homes, cut off from their families. But if you're the Speaker of the House, I guess you get a free trip to East Asia. This is very Tucker. I'm feeling,
Well, that's where we got it.
Yeah, I guess. Okay.
We got Tucker's copy before he did.
This is hard to negotiate.
I thought
with
you'd be
laptop.
happy about that. I'm sorry.
I thought we were going center left on this.
We are, but for now, we didn't have a
Okay,
monologue.
I got you. Okay.
It was $25. I mean,
Yeah. Well, how much is Tucker paying him?
this place is $32,000.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of budget.
Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, but the set looks great. We can agree on that.
Sure.
Right? Okay. Maybe we'll get lucky. Her pants will fall off, and then they'll confuse her old, worn-out pussy for that of a dog's. Assume she's an Italian greyhound, and put her in a big pot with. Come on, man. And put her in a big pot with some bok choy and red onions. But one can only hope.
They're implying
She
that,
sounds mean.
well, they'd eat, the Taiwanese would eat Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Because of her pussy, and they think she's a dog.
Because her pussy looks like a dog, so
Yeah.
they mistake her for food, which Asian people, the negative stereotype that Asian people
Yeah.
eat. Okay.
Tucker's going to be mad when we get to that one before he does.
Well, all right.
Shout out Tom. I guess I shouldn't have said his name. I hope he doesn't get fired.
Well, whatever.
Yeah,
$25 is $25.
sure.
Can you even imagine how bad a war with China would be? And we'd get sucked into it over what? For this shaky gas bag to show solidarity with some tiny ethno-fascist stronghold? Taiwan. God damn, bro.
What?
I mean, I don't love her, but, it's pretty demeaning. I don't know.
Well, okay, we won't
let's
use
keep
Tom
going.
next. We'll get an
Okay.
Indian woman for the next one.
I think that's a good call.
We'll
to
get an
cover
Indian
our
woman and be
asses.
like, yo, what's up, Playboy?
Yeah, that's the kind of shit that I want to do.
Y'all see the new Minions movie, girl?
Taiwan is its own country to the same extent Nancy Pelosi has big tits. While it may be technically correct, the technicality itself is built upon a disgusting nightmare reality that betrays nature, history, and good taste. You can stretch the sun-damaged collagen-depleted exoskeleton of a dying witch over some synthetic bloat and call it a hooter. Just as you can expand a brief moment in a long ongoing conflict around a tiny racist group of Han Chinese and call it a country. Damn, bro. That's going hard. I kind of like that, actually. Where am I? Oh, but when you look at the whole picture, both are just small, unnatural extensions of a larger, more horrifying mass. But maybe this conflict is inevitable. The propaganda machine is being fired up. We're ready for another big conflict. Maybe that's why the new Top Gun was so good. And it was very good. Much better than the original. So good in fact that it makes me wonder if the World War III would even be that bad if it meant...
Faster, 45 seconds,
Okay.
tops.
Would even be that bad if it meant that... Sorry.
Don't worry about it. Just keep going. Just power through.
It just makes me nervous.
Just power through.
Okay.
30 seconds.
So good, in fact, that it makes me wonder if World War III would even be that bad if it meant we got 10 to 15 more films of its caliber. Which brings us to the topic for the day, war and its cultural necessity. World peace is a childish, dim-witted concept. It implies utopia. But world peace would be impossible without a fixed, immutable hierarchy. World peace would necessarily be...
10 seconds, faster.
World peace would necessarily be... I didn't get a chance to read the
Faster.
Okay. World peace would necessarily be a...
Out of time for the monologue. It's
Okay,
fine.
all right.
That's all right. Welcome to the show. Sit down.
Today on the Adam Friedland Show, war. What is it good for? Well, a lot of things.
Okay. And
How was that? What do you think?
that was very good. And you're down?
But I'm slow?
No, we just got to get it. The monologue has to be under 10 minutes.
How long was I going on that?
That was 10 minutes exactly. We cut it off, but we don't have time to dawdle. I've got your desk pieces here.
Did I look all
We're
right,
We're gonna go through these with the guest.
All right.
So,
all right, ladies and gentlemen, the first guest of the new Adam Friedland show from Showtime's Dexter. Everyone, please welcome Dan Soder.
Dan comes in. Da, 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 da,
We got music.
da, 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 da,
Oh, yeah. Great to see you.
da, 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 da.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow, Dan,
Hey, Adam. Hey.
You're looking great and well rested.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Thanks. What a monologue.
Thank you. What do you think of that?
Oh, my God. Take that, Nancy Pelosi.
We're
You
just-
and your big tits.
We're just trying out, like, the
Yeah.
voice of the product. We're figuring it out right
It's
now.
nice to be on hollowed ground right now because I feel like from here out, you guys just build up and outward.
Well, this is Lenape Indian ground that we are on right now.
Yeah.
And we must-
Lenape. That's a funny word, Adam. Good one.
What do you mean? You didn't think that was a good?
No, I did. What do you? I'm not fucking with you.
No, you said it
If
in
you
a
had just
sarcastic
said no,
way.
I did not. If
That
you
was an assist. He
It
was
was- yeah.
pushing you along.
no,
You
I'm
don't
saying
say that's a funny word like that.
it is because if you had just gone Native American, it's like that's sort of just racist. That's where I would go. But you said Lenape.
Who says Lenape?
Dick, smart guys.
Smart guys.
Yeah.
Smart guys.
I would have
You
said
almost fucked
Cheyenne
up.
or
What?
Apache.
Oh yeah, but not in Manhattan.
See?
Oh, that's what they used to call Manhattan.
That's what it was called.
before
This
we
guy.
took it away from him.
This fucking guy.
They're like, yeah, this used to be Kips Bay. That's where my people.
Hey,
We named it.
I don't know if you know this, but I'm a big fan of the Bronx.
My
Bronx is actually Indian.
Yeah, my name's Murray Featherface. I invented Murray Hill. I invented.
Mine is runs from train.
Yeah. Mine's dog pussy Gramercy. Good afternoon. My name is Dog Pussy Gramercy, and
Hello,
I'm the medicine man.
I'm West Village open asshole.
I like how so in a regular society the job is it's like child pornographer probably at the bottom,
Yeah.
and then
Are you doing a modern totem pole?
yeah, maybe somewhere Western totem pole,
Yeah.
child pornography, and then middle is like sanitation worker, and then top is like doctor.
Yeah.
And in Native American culture, everyone's a medicine guy.
Yeah,
They're mostly doctors at the bottom.
everyone dabbles in medicine.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then middle, they don't have garbage men. They just
And anything
they don't make garbage.
And
They
if
don't-
anybody
Right, they use all
they
the
use
parts.
use
everything.
everything. Yeah.
But also, if anyone doubts where you got your medical training, you can just say Earth, and then they have to believe you.
Yeah.
That's the medical school for all shaman
Yeah.
is Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Just they learn from the roots and the trees and the berries. They
Yeah.
can't be like, I went to Johns Hopkins and actually majored in spells.
Yeah.
You have to be like,
Did you know? Have you seen the movie Concussion?
with Will Smith? No,
yeah.
but I want to because he does a terrible African accent.
He does a terrible African accent, but I watched it recently and I can't really tell like if the movie's like if it's even like because the guy's like an African immigrant, but they don't really seem to care or address that, and it's almost in some ways where it's like,
Why are you?
Yeah, it's also like you're kind of. It's like they're not like in the struggle he faced as an immigrant to get people to believe him. Like they sort of barely touch on it, but then at one point, like I guess the chief physician for the NFL, the guy who's like their cigarette doctor, is like, hey, there's no cancers. You're gonna get cancer from a bag of cigarettes.
As I told your father, Philip and Morris.
Well, at some point in the movie, Will Smith's like, he went to medical school in Mexico.
Yeah.
And Alec Baldwin's like, really? You don't say Mexico. He's like laughing.
Yeah.
But for one, I think that the medical school in Guadalajara is supposed to be like one of the best.
Yeah.
I don't know for sure.
They have a major... Mexico City is a major city.
Yeah, but then it's also, too, it's like the other guy's Nigerian. It's like you got your degree via email. You stole it from somebody.
I did work for an undergrad
Yeah.
and was resulted in knowledge.
I did a MySpace quiz called What Kind of Doctor Are You?
I hit the panels that did not have a stoplight in it. And that proved I am not a robot.
Yeah.
So I am a doctor.
Well, Dan, thanks for joining us. This is the first live studio. There's a There's an Asian woman that walks across the hall. I think she's a lawyer or something. So
Yeah.
we're going to consider her to be the audience.
Yeah, also the older blotchy white lady that makes wedding dresses.
Yeah, and so we're going to go through, before we ran out of time. Because the monologue is supposed to be 10 minutes.
I'm sorry I took so long.
No, it's all right. It's my fault. There's too much back and forth. We had too many notes on the fly, I think we're doing on this show. So we'd like to get, maybe the monologue is 10 minutes, because Kimmel, they don't get started until 20 minutes into the show.
Yeah, there's commercials too.
Yeah, but we didn't want to make you wait. I know you're going to film Billions after this.
Yeah, I'm filming Billions and Bonfire at the same time.
Oh.
Now,
In between takes, I do a radio show.
I don't want to talk out of turn, but as you know, I'm producing television now.
I understand that. Executive producing it.
If you see Damien, if you see Captain Winters,
Let them know.
just slide this in.
I'll tell you right now, I'll probably try to do a twofer and get you Giamatti on that as well.
Slide this
Wow.
in. If you, let's say you're having lunch with him, you know, you guys are just flying around the helicopter in the limousine. You're in the limousine.
Yeah, or just in
You're
that
in the
stretch
limousine
limo.
going around Central Park.
Yeah.
Mention my name and just pitch the idea. There are trillions.
Yeah.
Damn.
Up it.
Yeah.
Damn.
How about that? You
Yeah.
don't need to say any more. If they're interested, I'll give them my
That's
pager.
smart.
I'll give them my pager
He's going
number.
to take me aside. He's
They
going to
can-
go,
Yeah.
you got to lower your voice, mate. You're going to get us in trouble.
He does a British character in real
He's
life.
British in real life.
That
Oh,
can't
he
be
is?
possible.
That's impossible.
Yeah.
No, he's Welsh.
Really?
Very, very really.
Well, shit. I didn't know that. So we're going to do the desk pieces here. So,
Okay,
Adam, I
yeah,
put
yeah.
the name of the desk piece on the front. You're going to flip it over and then read the description because we don't have them actually prepared. So this is Adam will have his little desk. I just came up with these real quick.
So the first one is natty or juice.
Yeah.
And then I flip it.
You read the
Okay.
description.
We'll go through a list of male celebs and decide if they're using steroids or explain why. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I like that.
A big thing with producing television is you, especially like cable unscripted stuff, is you just steal things from Reddit.
yeah.
Yeah, and then because you're the producer, you can hide behind him.
Yeah.
You can hide behind the show.
Or the Indian woman you hired to write it.
No one
Yeah.
can call you a thief.
Yeah, you got a problem with that? Take it up with Preeti Sing Song. She's one of
She's a titan of jokes.
I thought of this as I was coming into the city. It was a very simple idea where I said Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is clearly on steroids.
We're doing natty or juice, and then we're doing German or Indian.
Oh, that's
Okay,
fun.
yeah.
Next one. Yeah, where we get we get someone with that voice.
There you go.
Of course, you see, it's a problem in Munich. Is not.
But you don't know what
Wow,
it is.
that's very good.
They think that
Yeah.
it is a dot, but actually it is.
The entire time I was German.
Is it? Yeah. So we do the
both-
accent, and then we also do swastika.
Yeah,
German
we both
or
have
Indian?
the swastika. It's important to both of us.
Tell me which god I pray to.
Yes,
Is
we
it
don't know.
Destroyer or the Führer?
Our Hitler has actually 8 arms.
It's an old bit from the old show,
Yeah,
but I don't know if I always want to do a sketch where it's like the Manhattan Project guys watching the atomic bomb be dropped.
Yeah.
And then I don't know how you would do it. You set it up. It's like Oppenheimer the night before, looking for like a cool line to say, and then the bomb drops, and he's like, "I'm just death, destroyer of worlds. I become death."
Boom, baby.
Yeah.
Shit.
I am become death, destroyer of worlds. He like clearly practiced.
Yeah,
That's what he said.
Now that's a wave of humanity.
Yeah,
Shit.
That's one giant small step for a man, one giant leap for mankind.
Do it again on another city.
Yeah.
I need another take.
Yes. Yeah,
Can you do it on another city?
That's what popped into my head when we dropped the atomic bomb. Is some obscure line from the Indian Bible.
Yeah.
I thought he said, "Did I do that?"
Yeah.
That's what I thought he said.
Where is the meat? Where's the meat?
So natty or juice? I guess we would have a monitor. We're gonna get a little monitor right here.
Yeah.
Man, it's gonna be fun to watch it all built out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait.
It's built like the people we're talking
Well,
about.
once you get to Kinko's and we get the backdrop in here, you know.
The Kinko's are gonna be like, how big do you need it?
Yeah. Well, the entire set's going to be paper craft to save on cost.
Japanese.
Because the greenest set, it's all origami,
Yeah,
origami
right.
desk,
Yeah.
origami chairs.
Yeah, exactly. So, natty or juice, like we would have a monitor up, and we'd have like Mark Wahlberg, and we'd be like, all right, juiced, for
Natural.
sure. Tracy Chapman,
Juiced.
juiced.
Juiced. A lot of people don't know that she got traps.
Yeah.
She got fucking traps for days, dude.
Yeah. Who? Ellen DeGeneres,
Juiced.
juiced.
Yeah, she got
that's
that
what-
Lance Armstrong body.
She was mean to the staff.
Jonathan Winters.
Natural.
dead.
Natural.
But
Yeah.
of natural
No,
causes.
but
Natural causes.
He's natural cause. Dude, the thought of Ellen steroid snapping on her staff,
Yeah.
and she's just like, "Oh, that is
Yeah.
good. That's a fucking good
The only,
idea."
the only,
Just
the only
head
change
against the wall.
her body has is her like unsocked nude ankles developing more varicose, just protruding veins outside of her kids.
Yeah, dude. Look at her kids. Look
Yeah.
at the vascular
Yeah, it looks
fucking
like
lake. above it.
it looks like one of those those trees that grows into water. It's the fucking just these big spidery.
She goes, "I can't help you notice you're looking at my roots."
Yeah.
Are you looking at my roots?
Yeah,
Are you looking at my fucking roots right now? You go, "No, Ellen, everything's
Yeah.
cool." She
Yeah,
goes,
yeah,
Look
yeah.
me in the fucking eyes then.
Yeah.
And you go, "Are you on supplements?"
That's where she puts. That's where she fucking she taps in, dude.
They have to have that scene in the TV show where someone comes in too fast, like
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
and she goes, "You didn't knock."
Yeah.
That's why she's mad.
Right.
I was just doing something. I was fixing my socks.
Oh man. Well, we kind of waited to start the Adam Friedland show after Ellen ended because
Yeah.
we're kind of trying to be heir apparent.
You guys are going for the throne.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to get a
Oh, Adam
lot-
was. Why don't you stand up and do a dance real quick?
Oh, do you want me to dance with you?
No, only
Like-
Adam
okay.
dances
Yeah.
for now.
Yeah.
You just like
Yeah, get up,
Yeah,
I
like
feel comfortable.
get up, dance.
Okay.
but
and
like
then-
Ellen, like she did it with joy.
I gotta be conscious too, so that, like we do audio.
Yeah.
Also, so
Yeah, you're gonna have to stream in some music that's gonna be able to go out to the viewers,
yeah, I gotta figure that
not
part
just
out.
in the room.
That's good. That's enough. That's enough dancing, I think.
Yeah, that was good.
That's good.
Yeah, you guys are absolutely gonna take Ellen's spot.
Yeah. That was good dancing, dude.
You're saying that in the same way you said that's a funny word.
I think
As a producer, as there is nothing I say that is sarcastic, but there's also nothing I say that's technically honest either.
yeah,
Yeah, I
so
can't
it's
really get
Hollywood
a
now.
read.
Yeah.
That hat lets you know
Yeah.
if that hat's on.
Yeah.
You gotta listen, but-
everything I say will be 100% sincere and also complete bullshit.
Can I tell you
Yeah,
something? As
yeah.
someone that's been in the business, and again, I haven't
Right.
never hosted a TV talk show.
Yeah.
When you're listening to producers, you can listen to them, but you don't have to hear them. If
Yeah.
that's,
Right.
You know what I mean? The hearing is where you take in the emotion.
No,
Just listen to what they're saying.
I think he's driving me.
He's driving you what? To the
You know
top?
how
Like Joe Jackson?
You know, like Marilyn Monroe was like getting shot full of drugs so she can.
Yeah, that's what they do. That's what they give Fallon at NBC. It's
I'm
called
like-
the Fallon treatment.
I'm worried that he's doing that too.
Yeah, that's what that second room is for.
But I don't know if that's,
You're gonna be
that's
fine.
Good for me.
Well, the second room, we're putting a sensory
It's gonna be-
deprivation tank in.
Yeah, dude,
That's
you got
badass.
it.
That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
And an archery
yeah.
range.
We're filling with piss, too.
Yeah.
Just go soaking. I got some of it in my mouth. It was salty. And
Yeah.
you go,
Do you
it's
remember it?
dehydrated piss.
Crazy, bro. There's actually studies out of South America that say that if you soak in your own piss, it can make your hair grow back. dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It also it makes your dick bigger
Yeah.
if you just soak in dehydrated piss.
Yeah, there's actually ancient shamans. This is crazy. And in the old days, they would take ayahuasca and they'd soak in their own piss. And mysteriously, all the 14-year-old girls that accused them of rape, they wound up dead the next day.
Perfect. That's
Yeah.
that's we call that a problem solver.
Yeah. It's
Good.
sort of a fixer tank.
I got a friend who's an ex-Navy SEAL who also is a coyote.
Yeah.
And brings people over the border. And what he does is he'll just lay in his own piss in a bathtub in like a La Quinta Inn.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And when he
Did
wakes
he-
up,
did
he's got
he-
new ways to bring
Does he have a
people.
book that was written on maybe a 3rd or 4th grade reading level that I could check out on audio tape?
Yes. Do you want aggressive statements like believe and then achieve?
Be all that you can. It's just always just restructuring of all the different armed services like advertising campaigns.
I want you to stop being a bitch.
Yeah. Every 100% you give is 1% of the 1,000% you're about to give when you put your mind to the true power of your own body, accomplishing more than you ever dreamed ever possible.
Dude, we were filming an episode of Billions, and that guy Jocko Willett was in it. You know, that guy, like, he's an ex-Navy SEAL, and he's the one that does all that, like, good. Are you shot in the leg? Good.
Yeah.
Then your leg, now you know what leg you don't need.
You
It's like shit like
know
that.
what we're gonna have on the show, and I'll have to find out.
He was doing an anecdote, Nick.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, but I want to hear
I'm sorry.
this.
You're
I want to know
absolutely
who.
right. No,
He
no.
was doing an anecdote.
Go ahead. No,
But I
no.
tried to be fun with him and just,
Yeah.
you know, like have bullshit energy. And
Right.
he shut me down so fast where I was like, oh, yeah, San Diego's nice.
You tried to riff.
Yeah, I just tried to talk to him.
Oh, just witty
we
banter.
were just like I just try to have like a conversation with the guy. Like, where are you from? Because he was just like standing there frowning. And I was like, hey, this is fun, huh?
And it hurt your feelings?
I mean, the guy shut me down so fast that I was like, I couldn't get a meal with this guy. He just looked at me like I was such a bitch. And I was like, oh, San Diego's nice. He's like, yeah, that part wasn't. And I was like,
do you think
it's like talking to Batman?
Do you think he didn't
line.
like you, or do you think he has PTSD or something?
Both.
Yeah.
I think his PTSD led to him smelling the bitch on me, and he didn't like me.
I heard he was dishonorable discharge for being a jerk.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Maybe you should have said that to him.
Damn. He would have gone, excuse me? And I would have gone, nothing at all. I'm pissing in my pants. This is the giant piss stain.
I'm a girl.
I'm a fucking lady. I'm a lady. I like to get kissed.
I'm a baby. I'm a girl.
I'm a baby lady.
I'm a baby girl. I pee my pants.
You've taken lives. I'm a baby lady.
I'm peeing out of my child's pussy. All right, that
was a good anecdote.
Yeah, it was a good anecdote.
It was a good anecdote. I did
That's
fuck
what we
up
have to
because
do.
the guest should be telling stories.
The guest should be doing anecdotes.
Nice.
I shouldn't turn every episode of this fucking show into saying what I want to do as a producer.
No, I think you should.
I honestly shouldn't even be on the show.
We want to hear it too.
Yes,
No,
you should.
you are on the show.
You are the show. You are the EP. You get to fucking slam drinks down in random hotel bars around this city and go, I'm the producer of the Adam Friedland show.
And you
I'll do
know-
whatever the fuck I want.
And you know where the bodies
Yeah,
are
but we're in
buried.
Wilmington, Delaware. It doesn't really get you much.
Gets you a
I
free
couldn't afford-
appetizer at Chili's.
I couldn't afford New York rent. I'm
But
paying
the-
$32,000 a month for a factory in,
But the
in
tax
Wilmington,
break's
Delaware.
phenomenal.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Delaware, you're bringing a lot of business to Delaware.
That's where they filmed Fight Club.
I didn't know that.
I don't think they did. I think they filmed it on sound stages, but it takes place there.
Weren't we supposed to do that?
What? Oh, yeah. Adam's like paranoid about COVID, so we got to get COVID test
Oh, yeah.
for the studio.
Do you want to do it?
If you want to do, we should have done this earlier.
It's 15 minutes. We should actually wait until we get the result.
Yeah, so we'll do one of these. Sorry, we shouldn't have done
Damn,
this
you got a lot, huh?
on the show. What do you mean a lot?
Two tests. No one.
Yeah,
It's two tests. I'll also too. I guess normally they checked your vaccine card downstairs.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, I worry about that. As you noticed on the way up, that guy down there's maybe not firing on all the.
Yeah, I think there's a couple spark plugs missing.
He's firing on one cylinder, and it's the mentally retarded one.
I would just say
he's certainly firing on the mentally retarded cylinder. If you know,
I'd just say he's
if you're familiar with that expression.
an intellectual.
Oh, you call him intellectual? Yeah, because you know they're going to start
I bet
saying
he's
that.
strong. I bet he's stronger than all of us.
Yeah, like a Navy SEAL.
He's weird. He has kind of a mousy appearance.
Does he? I don't even know who's it. I use the freight entrance because I'm working class. I'll never use the main entrance.
Because you're one of the.
I say you're the Springsteen of producers.
You're one of the
Yeah.
Section 8 tenants. Yeah. They make you go through the poor door.
Mm-hmm. What is Section 8? Why do they call it that? What is the section?
Subsidized housing.
I know what it is, but I'm saying what is it a section of?
Probably some sort of legislation or code.
Damn, Dan, you've taken a lot of COVID tests. You're doing this fast.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing this fucking. This is like a junkie in one of the quarter stalls. You
What's
got to move quick.
What's Jamati's style like when he's taking a COVID test?
Right to the point, baby.
Really, he's all business.
All business, zero play.
This better be negative. I'm going to put this in here, and it better be negative. He's just sort of the Joker. I really only have three impressions. Everybody's either Jeff Goldblum, the Joker, or Donald Trump.
Yeah, it's pretty much true. Or
Here I am, Alec Baldwin.
or black lady.
Here I am, black lady. It's me, black lady. I'm black.
Now we wait.
15 minutes. So.
You can't wait.
I'll put a timer on, dude.
I'm going to be late to work.
Damn, dude, this is such an accurate black woman.
Not only did they steal the election, they stole my lunch break. They stole it. They got fake clocks.
You're wrong
put-
for that.
They put fake clocks in the office.
This motherfucker over here know what I'm talking about.
Oh, you
Look at him, he knows.
He knows.
He knows.
My man laughing because he knows. That's why he's laughing. All right, so good. We got the COVID test going.
Yeah.
Dan, what projects? I guess you're like, you got to talk about projects.
What projects
Are you? Is Billion still going on? I don't even know. Are you on Yellowstone now?
Dude, I want to be on Yellowstone so bad.
You got to be on Yellowstone.
Oh my God, dude, I would fucking love it. I could bring my own jeans and boots. Yeah, it would be awesome. No, Billions, I think, is coming back for another season. They haven't contacted me, so I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
But yeah, some projects. Got the bonfire going on Sirius XM, which you guys will be on soon.
Awesome.
And,
Right. Yeah, we did Sirius XM
That's
last
how you guys
week.
did Jim and Sam.
It was a dream come true for me.
It was actually a lot of fun.
Yeah.
You guys came in the morning, dude.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
good. It was good to see Jim, and I don't want to.
Sam.
Well, I said it was good to see Jim, and I don't want. I mean, I said
It
to his
wasn't
face,
good
but
to
it's,
see
no, I
Sam?
said it was good to see Jim, and then I was
Yes.
debating whether I want to say the next part.
Well, he
But I said
seemed
it-
all right.
It was good to see Jim like a little bit fatter.
Oh, like not crazy in shape.
Yeah.
He was in like really good shape before the pandemic.
Was he?
Yeah, well,
Yeah, like
he looked.
six-pack?
You know what he looks like? He looks like comfortable.
Yeah.
He looks like he's like okay.
Dude, I think I'm getting buxomy. I'm getting fully bodied, and I feel
Really?
much more comfortable.
Buxomy. That's a good word.
Yeah, dude, I'm getting some
It
tits.
implies the big bitch from Titanic.
Yeah, dude, I got,
Kathy Bates.
I got the unsinkable Molly Brown body.
The unsinkable.
It is, dude. I'm unsinkable, dude. I'm the unsinkable Dan
the,
Soder.
the unfuckable Mrs. Maisel.
The unfuckable. All right, one line so far. We're good.
Oh, okay.
Guys, no one freak out, because if that second line pops off, shit's gonna get nuts.
Honestly,
It
I'm
usually comes up right away, doesn't it?
Not, I don't
Takes
know,
like
it's
10
15
minutes.
Yeah.
When I was in Canada, I got COVID and I was stuck there.
Yeah.
And so I was just, I had a huge box of Rapids, and I was just taking them like once every 2 hours just to see.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to fly home.
Yeah.
And it, like, the first time I went negative, I was like, fuck yeah. I was fucking headbutting the wall.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
let's fucking get the fuck out of here.
What were you doing in Canada?
I was working Rumors in Winnipeg.
Rumors. That's a swingers club.
Yeah. I like to MC swingers events.
Yeah.
I like to do it like I like to do it like a do-si-do.
And that's because Winnipeg. When I pegged my husband, he
I was
tells
at
me-
Peg Fest in
Yeah,
Winnipeg.
When I pegged my husband, he turns around and he says, "Hey, take it easy there, lady."
Yeah, take it easy on my asshole.
Yeah. Right, something like that.
Yeah, that's good. I like
Can
that.
I-
That's probably for the next monologue.
Yeah, when I peg my husband, he says, "Can I boop, get a break here?"
When
right.
can a boop catch a break around here?
Let's
Yeah.
go to the next.
I don't
test
want to
piece.
do this one.
Why?
I don't want to do it.
Why?
It's not worth it.
All right, fine. But just go to the next one.
I don't want to do this one either.
I mean, you got to listen to your producer, dude.
Look what it's called.
What was the first one? That one. I mean, I don't think
first-
you can do that one.
The first one is not.
yeah, that's fine.
no. It's you know what it's about.
Versus the second one.
Well,
The second one, fucking pack up this whole studio.
this one's
Y'all are done.
this one's
This first one will be funny. The second one, you're gonna have a real problem on your hands.
I think we're just we're trying to take risks. Mm-hmm. We're trying to take calculated risks.
But I feel like I'm
The
losing.
theme of the show is war, and what is it good for? And it's the entertainment that it provides us.
I feel like I'm losing my grip over the political bent of the show. Mm-hmm. And it was every intention of mine to go mainstream centrist left.
Yeah.
You know, like Fallon or Kimmel.
Yeah.
And this is reprehensible.
I love it. I mean, I love it in like the way of if it was not being broadcast to other people. It's
Yeah.
a funny topic.
The
As
other-
a show topic, you're going to sink this poor
The
boy,
other
Nick.
side is very funny for what this side says.
Well-
As a follow-up, this is very funny.
Why? Yeah, that's why I thought it would be a fun segment to do.
Goofy Person Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
Did you write that down just seeing if he was going to go with it or not?
Every time.
It's always a test.
But
He's
see, that's
testing
I'll tell
me.
you
I
what.
feel
That's
like
more
he's
me as a director rather than a producer.
He's playing mind games.
As a director, of course, I'll play mind games because you're always trying to get as much as you can, try to create something real, you know. See if you can get somebody to say the N-word.
Nick's trying to pitch me on for the
As a producer, I bring it back. Director, I go, let's see what happens.
Director, you want to break him for the art.
As a director, I want him to rape a child on camera.
For the art.
For the art. And then as a producer,
traumas.
I'll say, let's just cut that out. We'll cut that part out. And we'll kill the kid.
So we'll kill the kid.
I know where the
kid.
bodies are buried.
Yeah. But as a director, let's get the kids in here.
I need it on film.
The camera's rolling.
Guys, we're wasting daylight.
Yeah.
You get to say that a lot.
And get
as a
in
director.
close on his face. I want to see his tears.
Yeah, you get to say wasting daylight.
I want to see his reaction when one of the child's in mid-thrust, one of the child's tears splashes onto his face.
Yeah.
And the tears mingle.
God, beautiful shot.
Yeah.
Even you describing that just gave me fucking goosebumps.
And then what I do is we cut all the actual rape out, and you just see the tear part, and we splice in
because you want the tear to be real.
Kamala Harris speaking, and then
over the Beach Boys, wouldn't it be nice?
Yeah, and then it's
That's
Adam.
good.
I don't want to give you notes. I'm just like,
no, that's we'll try that. We'll try everything, dude. But then we get this moment of raw, real emotion and conflict, and to the audience, it's just Adam celebrating the possibility of the first black female president ever.
But we know
he was raping a 4-year-old who was subsequently murdered to protect Adam's career.
Yeah.
I just don't think that's very funny.
So just read it. It's goofy. Just say it.
I'm not going to say it,
Okay.
Nick.
All right. Fine.
Okay, and he's been trying to pitch me on a love-making scene for the new show. But as you know, in the movies, you're an actor. Most sex scenes are
real.
Is that right?
They're very real.
I thought they were dry humping.
No. Full penetration.
You don't have a sticker over your penis and you're just...
No. You don't even use a condom. That'll get in the way.
It's raw dog?
Raw dog, dude.
Have you raw dogged on the set of
Most-
Ray Donovan or whatever?
I've been raw dogged on Ray Donovan. I got raw dogged in the boxing gym at Ray
Star
Donovan.
of Ray Donovan.
The
Dan
power
Soder.
bottom of Ray Donovan.
Yeah.
Yeah, most like movie stuff, like most sex scenes are for sure real, but most movie stuff in general, there's this like conception that everything's CGI or whatever, but it's it's mostly
Like
real.
gun stuff?
Real.
Guns. I mean, obviously they don't murder people, but they really Willem Dafoe was turned into a goblin for Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He was.
He had to come back from that. That's why
Apparently-
they always go on those vacations, because they have to come back from that stuff.
True or false, as an actor?
Seasoned actor.
Willem Dafoe, biggest cock in Hollywood. That's
I've heard it's Liam Neeson.
We've all seen.
Liam Neeson is proof.
We've all
It's on
seen
video, but also he pisses himself regularly.
Yeah.
And the piss starts like down by his
Wait,
knee.
he regularly pisses
He
himself?
regularly pisses himself. There's multiple.
That's how famous he is. He's
Yeah.
like, he played Rob Roy.
Yeah, well,
Watch
there's-
me piss myself.
There's multiple pictures of him outside of pubs where he's just chatting up some guy's like, "You're Liam Neeson,"
And he's like, I am. You want
and
to watch
he's
me
like,
piss?
"Let's talk about The Simpsons."
Did you ever watch the Radioactive Man episode? In my mind, that was one of the best roided episodes.
I'm gonna get trashed and talk to some local dumbass about how much better Married with Children was than anything on TV now.
It's a great show.
I'm about 14 drinks in, and I want to talk original American
The
Gladiators.
one thing that pissed me off is how the hell was Al Bundy supposed to afford that house?
You're telling me he never once wanted to fuck Peg?
Yeah, and there's just piss.
He goes, "Sir, are you pissing?" And he goes,
Yeah.
"Answer the question." Bud Bundy, was he molested? Is that why he was such a sex addict?
Was he a sex addict?
Yeah,
Kind of.
That guy was like 5'1". No?
David Faustino?
Is that his name?
David
Yeah.
Faustino.
I thought it was David
Wallace.
Foster Wallace.
Yeah.
David
Fast.
Foster Wallace?
David
Fast.
Faustino Wallace.
David Faustino Wallace just writes a horny book that's like 600 pages.
Just wigger David Foster Wallace.
He's like, yo, for real though, this shit's crazy.
There's going to be like 10 guys with the name David Faustino Wallace on Twitter tomorrow.
It's going to be so annoying.
That is so funny.
And they're going to call me gay.
Bud Bundy.
Yeah.
Instead of David Foster Wallace.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I heard you were in a kind of a pussy posse with him and Seth Green in the late 90s.
Yeah, I was, dude, when
Yeah.
I was 14 years
And
old.
Ray Donovan.
Ray Donovan.
It was the four of you guys, and you got Matt. You just ran through New York City.
We would just go to Knicks games, and then we'd go to like ESPN Zone and just finger pop girls
You
in
go
the
to the
booths.
40-40 club, I heard.
That was for late night.
You-
For dinner, we'd go to the ESPN Zone, and we'd sit in the booth that was like a baseball glove and just fucking just finger random girls.
Next,
That was a great noise.
Thanks.
You got to get that on the fucking board, dude.
Dude, I'm the white Michael Winslow.
His had a vacuum.
Yeah, his was
sound
better.
to it.
His was better.
Mine's a fucking thick, strong pussy.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's great.
His has got yours is just sort of a mouth noise.
Yours is like a deer asshole.
Yeah. So you're engaged.
I'm telling you, when you got the when you have the desk, when you have the desk and the chair, those are going to be the moves that put you over the top.
So you recently got engaged.
That is great.
Oh,
you
great.
can't.
Let's give it up,
that.
everybody.
No.
Let's give it up, everybody.
Oh,
yeah,
my
big
God.
round of applause.
You can't
Let's get
teach that
Let's get
shit.
So that's when you find when you're at home and you're like, "Where's my daughter?" That's what it's for.
Yeah.
That's why she's gone.
Yeah, where you go, her phone just goes right to voicemail for the past 6 days.
What are you talking about? Whose daughter?
Fans.
Yeah.
Oh, the fans. Yeah.
People whose child has been used for fuel, basically.
You're like Kevin Bacon, and he's the African kid in Air Up There.
I don't know the reference.
Well, watch the movie.
He's not into sports.
I know.
Yeah,
But
he doesn't like sports.
Is Kevin Bacon a professional basketball player?
No, he's in a movie where he finds an African basketball prodigy.
who's never played basketball
He's
before.
never played, but he's a Masai Mora warrior. He's one of those guys that can just jump up and down like this.
I tell you, this guy knows the races.
He knows his tribes.
Yeah.
I've never seen someone that comes in. I know this guy comes in with his tribe knowledge.
Yeah.
Everywhere. Go to a different continent. Pick a tribe. He'll
What
know
was
it.
the one he said? Linoleum?
Lenape.
Lenape.
I don't even know if the
Lenape.
Lenape were here. I'm not sure.
Uh,
I think they were.
Can we mix worlds? And since you're going to add some Ellen dancing, can you do a full Pacific Island haka?
Oh, of
Yeah.
course, yeah.
I would like that.
Unga chaka, unga chaka,
Unga, unga, unga.
I can't fight this feeling.
deep inside of
love
me.
Yeah.
Ooga chaka.
That's the haka song.
I'm hooked on a feeling. And then you're going, negative on COVID. Just letting you guys know.
Oh,
okay,
cool.
great.
I'm a
Good to know.
big fan of bragging.
I don't know what we would have done if it was positive.
Well, we still have 3 minutes, but I'm looking pretty fucking good right now.
I would have to go to Best Buy and buy a Switch for the office.
You have
Oh,
a
my God.
privacy screen on your.
Yeah, dude. Welcome to the bank.
Are you cheating on your fiance?
No, my girlfriend got me the privacy.
Oh yeah,
screen.
she wants me to cheat on her.
She's pushing me.
She's forcing me.
She
bro.
did this. No, it's because we both are on airplanes every weekend, and she got it for her phone, so she's clearly cheating on me.
Yeah.
But then she was like, "Oh yeah, use it for your phone. That way, the people on the plane can't just see you."
I should have figured something out. You know what I realized is a hidden feature of the Apple Watch is telling your girlfriend you're cheating on her.
Siri does that.
Well, no, it's just it like buzzes or whatever. So your hand will be over here.
Yeah,
You don't have the privacy, and it'll be boop. Like a text will come up. Yeah.
And then your
Be
girlfriend,
like, hey, it's time to cheat.
and then your girlfriend's just at work, and then it comes up as a calendar reminder. She
Right.
goes, "Oh, Nick's cheating on me."
I save
pretty
every.
cool.
Not me. Somebody. I don't have a girlfriend, nor am I fucking anybody.
He's
but-
gonna dial on.
Yeah.
I save every lady in my phone as David Faustino. Actually.
David
My
Faustino Wallace.
My girlfriend is none the wiser.
She goes, "Are you dating Bud Bundy?"
She's a real dumbass. She's a real old-fashioned dumb.
She goes, "Hey, Adam, I called David Faustino because I had a question about the women-hating group that Al Bundy led."
Yeah. No, man.
And a beautiful woman picked up the phone.
Really?
We got a big problem.
Oh, the ladies I'm cheating with are absolute dogs.
Nice, dude.
They're
Greyhound
zero.
monsters.
They're ones. Yeah.
Yeah, I catch
The
it.
Arnold move.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. That was the smartest move of all time.
It is a very funny move. You marry like a very attractive, like successful woman, and then
Maria.
and then cheat on her with just an absolute pig.
Right in the house.
Yeah, just bring like a homeless woman, like a South Park bus driver type of bitch into the house and getting caught.
And he goes, "Why would I wouldn't
And
do
then
that?"
fixing things, and then as soon as things, it's like the coast is clear, like like she agrees we're gonna work on it. You do it again.
Yeah.
Same bitch.
With like I was gonna say with
Just
like a gnarlier.
Just like, oh fuck me. Just, yeah.
yeah. Fuck it. Can I have a can of soup?
Yeah.
Can I have a can of soup, Governor?
Put a can of soup in my pussy also.
Yeah. And he goes, shove it up that dinty
Yeah.
moor right in my cunt.
Open up the Amy's lentil and carrot soup. And
Pour it over me, and then fuck me with your Austrian cock. He goes, "You're crazy.
Yeah.
This is why I love you."
Your wife is like, I can't believe you've done this again.
He goes,
She's just coming home. She's like, why does it smell like soup in here?
just don't ask questions you don't want answers to.
Yeah, now you can't make soup every day.
You know I have intimacy issues and I need Campbell's.
I swear, this time I'm just making soup.
It was just a tomato soup and a lovely grilled cheese. I wasn't fucking that lady who lives near the Walmart.
Yeah, I watched this documentary about, because I'm plant-based now, I'm vegan.
Oh, damn, dude.
So now I got it, and it's bullshit. It'll end up, you'll get nerve damage from being a vegan. They don't tell you that. That people go vegan, they feel good for like a couple days or years or whatever, but unless you like supplement, because you got to be careful, you'll like malnourish yourself.
Yeah, you're missing out on like proteins and calciums and shit.
Yeah, B12 is a big one. So if you don't supplement B12, it's like people will be vegan for 5 years and then suddenly they like can't walk and they have a bunch of nerve pain. And their doctor's like, yeah, you basically like turn yourself into an African child.
You starved yourself.
Yeah, so that you get some more pussy in Bushwick. You know, that's what you did to yourself. But so I just have to watch documentaries about veganism, and they're all propaganda or whatever. But there's one called Game Changers.
Oh, everyone was citing that one like 5 years ago.
I didn't even realize it was that old. I thought it was only like 2 or 3 years old.
Is it? Whenever it came out, everyone was like, that was the post where everyone's like, guys, you might want to watch this.
Yeah.
This is gonna
as someone that's been a psycho about food forever, I've never had a problem with vegans. I don't never cared one way or the other. I just never thought about it. And it's like, well, fuck it, this is something to do. So I wasn't aware of this documentary, but yeah, Arnold's in it because Arnold like produced it.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
He's vegan?
He might be.
So is
There's
Bill
no
Clinton.
way he is.
Yeah.
Bill Clinton is?
Yeah.
There's no way. I feel like it's just a lie.
He's like 75 years old. And the thing, too, is now with all like the plant-based like fake meats and stuff, it's a lot easier to do it than, even though that shit's probably like way more unhealthy.
It's not good. They're not necessarily good for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's like,
it's pea protein.
Yeah, I'm not eating it. It's more than pea protein. I mean, it's all like seitan, but like to get everything, to make all that shit look like meat, you got to process the fuck out of a bunch of, it's like, okay, well, I'm not killing animals.
Doesn't that just completely fucking go against everything that plant-based is supposed to be?
Well, the one thing you do get, I mean, it's still, you're not killing animals.
Sure.
But then it's like, okay, well, like, what is the environmental offset of like producing all of that food?
Yeah, factory that makes all the food edible.
Yeah, factory that makes all of the food, the land that needs to be cleared to, like provide, I don't know, all that shit. So who knows? So maybe you could just say like, oh, at least they're not slaughtering a fucking cow for
That's all they want, because that's like the argument. That's the argument that they hide behind. They're like, you're killing things, and you're like, all right, we'll take that out.
I'm just trying for a while to see if my blood pressure goes down.
Yeah, I mean, you were doing beets for a while, right? Beet juice.
I still do beets all the time.
Does it
Dre.
work?
Yeah.
Beets by Dre.
Yeah.
So you were recently nominated for a Tony.
I was.
You won
I was on my work on Spam-A-Lot.
Oh, nice.
I actually was the lead of Spam-A-Lot for 2 years.
And that's about
shows
what?
every night.
That's about what?
It's a take on an old Monty Python classic.
You know who loves Spam? The Hawaiians.
Do they?
I don't know if you knew that. Yeah.
You know what? I think maybe next episode you do a little haka for Spam.
Yeah, hey,
Yeah,
Spam,
that's
what's
good.
that stand for? Ham?
Oh, dude, I didn't know you had a fucking beat button.
Oh, yeah.
That is fucking great.
That's why I don't understand why he wouldn't just read the card.
And then you'll beat
So you wouldn't beat me.
Yes, I would. Of course. You think I just let...
Hold on, though. I get where Adam's coming from. You don't want to...
I don't trust you.
Yeah, this is like Deer Hunter. Diddy Mao.
Diddy Mao! Diddy Mao! And then you're going to fucking not hit that shit?
Yeah.
He woke me up this morning. I was in bed. He said, take your pills. And he whisked me
I
away
wake
into
up.
the
Look,
studio.
he sleeps in. He's a show. He's
I wasn't
a
sleeping
star.
in.
So he sleeps
Yeah,
in.
dude.
Me, I'm a producer.
I'm a div.
You're up
I'm
with the
up
birds.
2:15 a.m. I'm getting my day started, dude. I go to
You're
bed.
writing notes.
I go to bed at midnight. I wake up at 2:15 a.m.
Yeah.
I'm one of those guys. Me, Bill Clinton, Stanley McChrystal, and Mark Wahlberg.
I'll wake up.
We're the only people. They've studied us. We're the only people who only need 2 hours of sleep.
It's
a
a
night.
genetic mutation.
Did you guys ever see when Mark Wahlberg, obviously he probably did, when he gave up his schedule and it was clear he was lying? Because he was like, I do 2 rounds of golf before I go to my first meeting at 11 a.m. and you're like, you can't get that much golf in. You can't get 36 holes in that time, or however it was. It was so fast that you're like, that was like a child's lie.
Yeah, but I have this theory that anybody that was ever a wigger turns into a pathological liar.
Yeah, because they were lying the whole time.
Exactly.
Yeah,
now
that's what happened to me.
It's like you have to just let them do the voice again.
Yeah, where he's like, I'm telling you, I love Jesus Christ. And they go, Mark, it's okay. You're safe here. And he goes, damn, girl, I'll be missing all that pussy. You know what I'm saying? Know what I mean? And they're like, does that feel better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you returned, do you think you'd feel more free?
I feel like some of those guys
to that lifestyle.
Yeah, to wigdom.
I mean, it would feel good, but the Chinese are treating them terribly right now.
Are they?
Yeah, the Uyghurs.
Oh, those are Muslims.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, all right.
Wigger Muslims.
Yeah, that's a joke 1,000 people have done.
It's okay. We're
sorry.
we're the ones doing it on TV.
Yeah,
so
we're the first to do it on TV.
if
That's
you're
true.
if you're an open mic comedian and you just got your best bit taken away from you, them's the breaks, kid.
Yeah.
Welcome to show business.
Welcome to show business.
tell you-
Corden, good luck getting that over in your monologue.
I'm Ernie and Kingpin.
I'll tell you something I was thinking recently. There are two types of black people.
Okay.
There's black. No, I'm just kidding.
I was like-
Just kidding.
You start doing it.
Now just say goofy.
No, I'm not going to
Okay.
say.
All right.
Just say goofy Tuesday.
There you go. That's it. Was it that hard?
Now the whole
No, it's not
segment's
hard.
done.
Yeah.
No, the segment
It's
is
called Goofy Tuesdays.
You send in a picture or video of a stranger acting a fool, and we'll roast them.
Yeah.
What a segment.
We'll toss that to the audience, and maybe next week we'll come back with a goofy person Tuesday.
We've also we've reworked the Patreon tiers now, where it's $5 a month, you get access to the premium episodes.
That's right.
$10 a month, now you're an associate producer.
Yeah.
You get your name in the credits.
Yeah.
You get your name in the credits of the show. I think that whatever the next one up is, you get to submit questions for guest suggestions. You get to participate in all this bullshit.
Smart.
Participate in the show if you're the top tier.
That's a good producer.
That's an actual producer.
Because what a good producer does is he brings in other producers to do work.
Delegation.
And then you delegate, exactly.
Yeah.
This is, man, you guys got everything here.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
for
And that move right there, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Tell me if you like this one. So for Billions, did you have to learn real math, or you just pretend that you know it?
I just pretend.
Oh, nice. Okay.
That's the fun thing.
pretty good. Did you didn't learn how to
Quants and all that
play
stuff.
the stock market or
We were
anything?
supposed to, but I didn't. Because that's my process. Is coming in completely without any knowledge of the subject.
They told you had to learn how to do the stock market?
No.
Oh, okay.
There was either season 1 and 2. There was straight up a dude that was there to be like, when I was like, I don't know what this means, and he'd be like, this is this.
It'd be
and
great
this.
if Dennis Leary died of smoke inhalation.
Now you worked with
Like
Dennis
this
Leary,
weird-
right?
Yeah. What? Dennis Leary was
I'm
actually.
going to stop doing that. I don't know.
I like it though. 'Cause
No,
he-
it's
like
good. Yeah.
I would've
you worked with Dennis
what
Leary.
was he like?
What was he like?
Yeah.
Where were you?
Just a good guy.
You're on the USO with him.
I did the USO tour
Yeah.
and we were in Speed 3. Not fast enough.
Was
Not fast enough.
there a Speed 3 or no?
No.
There was a Speed 2.
Yeah.
There was the boat one.
I saw Speed 2 and not in Fire Island.
Cruise
but
control.
on the just over the back on Long Island
Yeah.
Oh,
when it
okay.
came out.
Yeah.
I want to see if there's a Speed 3 now.
I
I
saw.
want to see if there's a Fire Island 2.
There will be.
There will be.
There's the next
That
move.
film was
I'm going
tremendous.
to take a little
I
break
watched
from
it.
the Adam Friedland show to write Fire Island
Why
Maverick.
are you quitting?
Maverick, Fire Island Maverick.
We gotta-
and then you drop it on Bowen Yang's desk and you go,
yeah.
it's done. Get into it.
On his
true.
desk or the cushion that he sits on?
Yeah.
when he's fucking meditating and eating rice.
Come
Whoa.
on, man.
Sorry.
Come on.
Whoa.
So how about Fired Up Island? And
We're
it's-
not taking shots.
And it's me after hitting this button too many times.
You should do a tier of the Patreon where you remove the bleep button and they get to hear the episode.
No, I don't
completely.
trust.
Yeah.
I don't trust.
I think
those
that's
people. I don't
funnier
trust
with
them.
it. That no slur will actually be funnier than its censored counterpart.
Nick has
Yeah.
a very defined philosophy on this. It's never funny to be actually racist, but to come so close,
To give off the.
that is what's funny.
Yeah, I get that.
Correct
Yeah.
me if I'm wrong.
To give off the appearance.
I'm like a wiggerous, yo.
Oh man,
I flew too close to the black people. They killed me.
It was like you flying too high up, and then your wings melted.
They called me wigorous because I was almost black.
Dude, there is one kid that writes raps that heard that and was like, "Damn, what did I think
That's
of that?"
bars. That's bars.
He goes, "Man, I was trying to go with Sisyphus."
They call me Bars Simpson. They call me wigorous.
They call me David Faustino Wallace.
David Faustino Wallace. They call
David
me
Faustino
wigorous.
Wallace. Oh man, that one's gonna get me later in life.
So you're just eating Tate's cookies out of a Best Buy bag, huh? We Greeked it for...
Bye bye, baby.
Yeah, he's eating loose Tate's cookies out of a... What's that? Oh, almonds.
Is that what he feeds you in between the shots?
Yeah,
He
he
give him
keeps
his
telling
own
me
snack.
that I need to lose 5 pounds.
Because 5 pounds more. Stick your chest out.
Yeah.
Damn, you really are going to be like Fallon after a year of this.
Yeah.
Where I'm just going to see you outside of it, and you're just going to be like swimming in your own head.
Yeah.
That guy, they drug him up like a fucking...
You know what the best part of this is?
Huh.
We got a fucking a costume shop down the block.
Yeah.
Right there.
And once you get the green screen going,
Yeah.
damn,
gonna be
you're
wild,
going to be live from
We're
so
gonna
many
shoot-
events.
We're going to
Yeah.
shoot Top Gun in here, dude. We're going to shoot Top Gun Fire Island in here.
Oh my God, dude, I can't wait. I
Yeah.
think you should do a live performance by Kenny Rogers
Imagine
doing
Top Gun Fire
100%.
Island.
Kenny Loggins.
Yeah. We're going into the danger zone.
Oh, come
Down,
on.
down, 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 and it's just
Come on.
it's everyone wiggling their butts.
That's
to
not
Danger
what this
Zone.
show is.
Coming inside, boys' butts. Fuck another
Gonna
minute.
take a ride into the danger zone.
Take a dick into your danger zone.
Sorry. Did
Now,
we,
do you think that
Okay.
that rough trade gay sex is inherently against Christ, or
No, I think it's very Christ-like.
Oh, okay.
Rough trade gay sex. I think.
yeah,
that-
everything was rough trade back in Jesus' time.
That's
Why do you think
true.
he was a carpenter?
Yeah, you're going around wearing sandals.
That's
Basically,
true.
your clothes are toilet paper.
Yeah, if he would have found out that you could strip that robe off and that hot body would slam into yours,
People
I'm pretty sure
forget
he'd be pro.
that our Lord was a blue collar man,
Dude,
Yeah.
working class, union,
Yeah.
266.
kind of like a Springsteen. You know,
Yeah, you
That's
needed a
a-
guy back in those days. Everybody, you were covered in fucking AIDS or there's no medicine. You're dying of sunburn.
And then you find out the guy building you a desk can also cure you of that.
Yeah,
Ain't gonna get much better.
oh
Yeah.
my God. You know who I wish could build our set?
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus of Nazareth.
In a way,
Jesus
you
of
can.
Nazareth.
I'll reach out to the 700 Club folks. That I know. I'll reach out to the guy Tucker who wrote the monologue. He knows them.
He'll pick up.
He knows Pat Robertson.
Pat Robertson
Yeah.
will be like, "Who is this?
Yeah.
Who are you?"
Is Pat Robertson still alive?
I feel like he's dead.
I feel like he's animatronic, like
Yeah.
the bear at Chuck E. Cheese.
Like the LBJ, the LBJ museum.
Yeah, they got the LBJ
like
museum
Hall
version
of
of Pat
Presidents.
Robertson.
Yeah.
But he's just stealing dumb old people's money.
Yeah, I want to get one of those animatronic dolls for the show. Maybe we'll pick a male.
Can you do a
celebrity.
band leader that's an animatronic doll?
Yeah, we should get a Chuck E. Cheese band. That would be awesome.
That'd be badass.
So cool.
Yeah.
And then Adam could banter with them,
Yeah,
but they're
yeah.
just fucking robots. So they go like, and Adam, you got to do that thing where like a cool black guy just told
Yeah.
you good job.
So you recently got engaged.
He's like,
Chuck E. Cheese.
What's the E
What's the
stand
E
for?
stand for?
Everybody?
I think so.
Yeah. Chuck everybody cheese.
Chuck Air Bud.
I'm chucking everybody cheese, man.
dude, I can't wait for the full band.
I kind of
Yeah.
wanted a church lady that's fanning herself and just saying, "Oh, you're wrong for that."
Oh, but
After the jokes.
you wrong, or are you crazy?
Oh, you wrong for that.
And when a segment's good,
Child.
when-
Yeah.
I think a good would be if when a segment works, she goes, and that's all. You just get that.
That's kind of
Yeah.
my vision.
You know,
Yes.
this is my favorite is Jed. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
great,
That's
yeah.
it. Yeah. just
Hello.
Say that. Yeah.
I used to pick up my cell phone like that back in the day when they were flip phones.
Yeah.
If I didn't know the number, I go, hello.
Hello.
And then people would be like, is
Remember that?
Dan there?
Remember that black
Yeah.
lady that could make her eyes bug out?
Yes.
Pop
Yeah,
out? She was
yeah.
a celebrity for like 4 years.
Yeah.
I think she was bigger. She was like, was that pre-internet?
It was pre-Obama. That's like that was the best you could be back before black president was bug-eyed black lady.
Yeah, that's in memes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that's the height of
Yeah.
approval.
She
Yeah,
can
you
do the mask.
Just for the camera so they see
Yeah.
that. That's a negative.
It's a negative test, folks.
So
we only have negative. We don't do COVID on the show.
Okay.
You're not allowed to have COVID.
That's for the other guys.
Yeah.
That's for the Cordons. That's for the Kimmels.
Yeah. James Corden will probably. He's fat. He's got to worry about COVID.
He's got a risk, dude.
Yeah.
They got to put him in one of those Bane masks when he gets it.
He's a juicy boy going plump off off fancy chocolates and biscuits.
I hadn't noticed.
I've had too many Cadbury's.
I was eating yogurts and they woke me up. Oh, I'm so stuffed with creams and chocolates.
Yeah.
And then he has all of his guests on at the same time. You're not going to do that, are you?
Oh yeah, we're gonna have. There's gonna be an episode where we have.
Well, we want to have
entire Dallas Cowboys.
We want to have fights on here. So we got to get like black
MMA.
Muslim athletes.
Yeah.
You guys are going full Sally Jesse Raphael.
Yeah, we're gonna get black Muslim athletes on with Rude Jude from Jenny Jones.
I love Rude Jude.
Yeah.
Dude, Rude Jude's been on the bonfire several times.
Love that.
Really?
And he's fucking awesome.
Really?
Yeah.
He worked at Sirius.
Yeah.
Rude Jude, I'm being dead honest right now, Rude Jude rules.
Yeah.
Every time he came on the bonfire, I was like, oh, damn. Dude.
I mean, I thought he was dead, but honestly, like when he was on Jenny Jones,
yeah.
and I guarantee you, Rude Jude's still a wigger.
Yo, for sure.
Yeah, see, that's what I mean. He's not a liar because he maintained.
You know what it is he's from Detroit.
Yeah.
And I went to a Lions-Niners games there.
Yeah.
And the amount of old wigs they got walking around is high.
Yeah.
You see a lot of dudes in their late 40s, early 50s who are like, yeah, son.
If you're a wigger and you're that and you get older, are they eventually going to turn into old black guys?
Yeah, or
where they're a wigger and they're like, I don't know where my partner called over here last week.
That's right. Yeah.
I bet that's the evolutionary process.
Yeah. Y'all mind your own damn business.
They go, can you stop sitting in this cost cutters and doing that? This isn't a real barber shop. They go, man, cut my hair like that. I'll slap him up 1, 2.
They just said,
Joey, can you quit that?
They just said a hair cuttery gossiping. Yeah, if you're an old wigger, what do you just turn into fucking John Witherspoon?
Yeah. How come every time I'm eating the Gushers, you eating the Gushers? I'm in the kitchen, you in the kitchen.
Damn, I haven't had Gushers in forever.
I just bought some last night.
They got rid of them.
That's good.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, Biden.
Oh, real quick, I want to plug. I will be in Irvine, California at the IRVINE IMPROV, August 17th through the 20th or somewhere in the 18th through the 21st or something like that. I've been forgetting to plug the shows on the podcast, and the tickets have not been selling as a result.
I have been plugging my dates, and the tickets have not been selling.
And I am fucked. My return to stand-up might be a little short-lived. Folks.
I've been in stand-up, and I might be on my way out. Stand-up Live, Phoenix, Arizona, mid-August, dansoder.com.
That's where you went to college, correct?
I went to college in Tucson.
You went to college in Arizona.
It was the dumbest mistake I ever made.
Pretty hot there in Arizona, huh?
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn into one.
I love a New Orleans.
Well, I used to be a wigger myself, and I guess I still am.
Now, I will tell you, I've met many men who have changed their lives and came back into the fold.
Yeah, no, I used to be a wigger. Now you could just say I'm a Wallard person. I consider myself a Wallard.
I'm a African American at this point. I have calmed down.
I'm a Walder Lack man.
Dude, can you bring on the Black Israelites?
I would love to.
From Herald Square.
Yeah. Well, we need a prison.
And then a white dance team.
We need a prison black Muslim.
And then a white...
Nick wants to put me in a Scared Straight program for a special
We want a
episode.
prison black Muslim and then Robert Picardo from Voyager. And then be like, so you guys probably have some differing opinions on race. Why don't we talk about it?
We got Richard Spencer and this guy who did fucking 17 and gave his life to Allah.
Yeah. We got James Vanderbeek and Muhammad Atta on the show today.
Tell Dawson what you think.
Yeah.
Dude, this is going to be... I mean, you guys are going to go limitless.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm excited, dude. This is going to be a lot of fun.
It is, yeah.
Hopefully the video has been recording the entire time and hasn't been fucked up yet.
If not, this Audio
is absolutely fine as it is, pal.
It's going to be fun.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Absolutely
so
beautiful.
I guess this is probably, this is probably as fine of a place to wrap it up as anyways. I know you got to go to...
I got to do Bonfire.
You got to head
And I got to film
Bonfire.
Ray Donovan. And I got to film Billions all at the same time.
And then
this is
I'll
Mr.
put in
Entertainment
a good look
over
for
here.
you over at Yellowstone.
What do you
Dude,
think?
Please.
I was surprised. I watched that show and I thought...
I watched the whole thing.
I thought it was going to be about a
A bear.
A rock.
I thought it was going to be about a bear that likes picnic baskets.
That was going to be about a rock that's,
jelly
Chinese.
stone.
That's
a Chinese rock.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Dude, that would have been great.
I said Yellowstone. They should call this old white guy cowboy place.
That's right. That's right.
This would be great if this was all a concept prequel to Yogi Bear.
This?
Yeah.
Where you didn't realize that they were working, like at the very end, he's like, hey, boo-boo. And that's how the show closes.
Yeah.
And then fade to black.
Yeah.
And you go, the entire
Kevin
time.
Costner turns into Yogi Bear.
Yeah, where he's like a shaman.
I'm going to get surgery to turn myself into a goddamn fucking bear.
Yeah, Runs Like Springs has told me that he's like, I will turn your dead father into a bear that is very joyful.
You ever meet
and
that
also
guy?
loves picnic baskets.
Picnic
You ever meet
baskets.
that guy Taylor Sheridan? That seems like a guy you would have met.
No.
The guy that wrote Yellowstone?
No.
Wrote Hella High Water and Sicario also.
Dude, Sicario rules and Hell or High Water is
High
fucking
Water's perfect movie.
perfect movie. And I love Jeff Bridges. God, I love Jeff Bridges.
Yeah.
Just as an old cranky fucking cop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about
some people say.
Yeah.
Some would say.
How about
They do.
Jeff Golden Gate Bridges? And he's like, ooh, I'm Jeff Bridges.
They go, they call me the dudette.
I'm the dude.
I'm the dudette. Yeah.
I'm the big
I'm the
Lebowski.
dudette.
I'm the Yvette Lebowski.
What about Jeff Tappan-Sea Bridges?
Oh, yeah.
And he goes, hey,
Yeah.
by the way, that sandwich across the river's bullshit.
Hey, did anyone see Aunt Diane? What the hell is wrong with Aunt Diane?
Many Saints in Newark, more like a bunch of bullshit. Anyways, I gotta go. I'm on the clock.
And we have to go, folks. Dan's got to get
You
over
think
the
I did a
bonfire.
good job, Dan?
Let me tell you this right now. I'm coming back when this set is built.
Yeah.
I'm coming back when the mechanical band is here.
Yeah.
And I'm coming back to sit in the audience.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
That's how much I believe in this show.
Yeah. Well, stay tuned, folks. Dan will be back. And
Thanks a lot, folks.
thanks for doing it. Thanks for coming on. Adam, thank the guests, please.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Hey,
and
yeah.
best of luck on
I love your dancing.
Succession. All right.
All right. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.